CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. Today teaching you how to edit players in Madden 26 franchise mode. In this video, I'm using an offline single player Baltimore Ravens franchise. But before I begin the walkthrough, do keep in mind that if you are playing in an offline or online multiplayer franchise, that although editing a player's ratings is always turned on for all members, everyone can see if you edited a player by clicking R1 on the PlayStation 5 or the right bumper on the Xbox Series X or S twice to go to the franchise mode league menu and then scrolling down and selecting league transactions. You can even turn on a filter to only view player edits by holding R2 on the PlayStation 5 or the right trigger on the Xbox Series X or S and scrolling down to player edit. And as you can see, the league transactions list is showing that I've edited a few players here already. Now to edit a player on your roster, from the franchise mode home menu, scroll down to GM's office and click on NFL rosters. You'll then be taken to a rosters data table with your controlled team selected. Use L2 on the PlayStation 5 or the left trigger on the Xbox Series X or S to navigate to the team which has the player you'd like to edit. In this example, I'm editing Justin Herbert of the LA Chargers. Scroll to that player and click X on the PlayStation 5 or A on the Xbox Series X or S to view the player card. You'll have to wait a couple seconds for a loading screen until you are brought to the player card menu. And once you're in the player card, in the overview submenu, scroll down and select the edit player option. If you are editing players that are on your controlled team, you are going to see a longer list of options. Just scroll down to the bottom and you should see edit player around there. After you wait for another loading screen, you'll be brought to the player editing menu. You can navigate the different player editing submenus using L1 and R1 on the PlayStation 5 or the left and right bumpers on the Xbox Series X or S. Going over each submenu, in the player info submenu, you can edit the player's first and last name, position, jersey number, handedness, college, and age. Strangely enough, the oldest you can make a player is only 40 years old, despite the league's oldest player, Aaron Rodgers, being older than that maximum threshold. In the style submenu, you can edit the player's passing style animation. This submenu is only available for quarterbacks. If you are changing a player's position to quarterback from another position, you'll need to save the position change and go back to the player card menu before re-entering the player editing menu to edit the passing style animation. In the ratings submenu, you can edit the player's development trait as well as their individual ratings. As you can see on screen now, I'm giving Justin Herbert 99 speed as well as 99 throw power and 99 deep throw accuracy, among some other changes. In the contract submenu, you can edit the player's contract length, current contract year, total salary, and signing bonus. You'll also be able to view the cap hit based on the player's salary. Just be careful not to set the current contract year higher than the contract length. This is a glitch that will allow the player to stay with the current team indefinitely with no cap hit towards the player's team. In the apparel submenu, you can edit the gear for the player's head, torso, arms, lower body, and feet. This includes different aspects such as helmets, arm sleeves, hand warmers, knee pads, and shoes. Lastly, in the appearance submenu, you can change the player's head to be one of the 264 available pre-made head models created by EA. This is true even for real-life players such as Justin Herbert, as we go ahead and completely change his appearance with plastic surgery. You can also adjust the player's height and weight. Unfortunately though, changing a player's weight does not change their physical appearance in the slightest bit. Here's an example of me attempting to change an existing lineman's weight below 200 pounds with no effect on their large build, and vice versa, changing an existing kicker's weight to 400 pounds while they maintain their slim figure. Now, if you'd like to edit a player's abilities and traits, those can be adjusted in a separate part of the player card menu. Use L1 and R1 on the PlayStation 5 or the left and right bumpers on the Xbox Series X or S, and you can navigate to the abilities submenu to view and change a player's abilities, and also navigate to the traits submenu to view and edit a player's traits. Now, unlike editing a player's position, ratings, contract, and appearance, any owner or commissioner can choose to restrict access to editing player abilities and traits. To see who has ability and trait editing permissions, from the franchise mode home menu, click R1 on the PlayStation 5 or the right bumper on the Xbox Series X or S 3 times to go to the franchise mode options menu. Select Franchise Settings, and then select League Settings. Scroll down towards the bottom of the list of settings until you see Ability Edit Controls and Player Trait Edit Controls. These editing permissions are set to any player by default. An owner or commissioner can also change each of these editing permissions to be for commissioners only, or for editing permissions to be turned off for all players. Here's what you will see in the abilities and traits editing submenus if you were to attempt to edit a player's abilities or traits while this setting is turned off. I'm not sure why EA hasn't implemented a setting to restrict non-commissioner members from editing player appearance and ratings, but at least, as mentioned before at the beginning of this video, all player edits are documented in the league's transaction history. So if anyone in your online franchise is trying to make a sneaky edit to one of their players, I don't know, make him 99 overall, yeah, they're not getting away with that. You're going to see that, and I would hope at that point you consider kicking that player out entirely. That being said, there's definitely much more customization in editing players in Madden 26 than there is in College Football 26, EA's other football game. Leave a comment down below if you have any further questions regarding editing players in Madden 26 franchise mode. Click the video on your left to learn how to edit players in College Football 26 Dynasty mode, and click the video on the right for another Madden 26 tutorial.